Hello, third grade, and welcome to our narrative writing practice for Writers Workshop. Now, on Wednesday, we learned about personal narratives and how a personal narrative is a story about you. You are the main character of a true story. So, I saw a lot of examples of some stories you guys have gone through, or some things you guys have gone through for your examples, and they looked really good. Today we're going to look at the beginning of a personal narrative. Now, before we begin, we're going to read an example called Road Trip. Please follow along as we read Road Trip, a personal narrative, a story about this main character. Boom, kadoink, kadoink, kadoink. Dad, what was that? I stammered as the palms of my hands slowly slid down my face to reveal what we had hit. All I could see was a pitch black sky with a sliver of bright white moon. The giant pine trees were still flying by us as our long brown station wagon continued down the dark road. Kadoink, kadoink, kadoink! Dad, what is that noise? I cried. Our car was wobbling back and forth, causing us to jerk left and right. I could feel the worry rise up my back and tingle the back of my neck. What was that weird noise? Why wouldn't Dad answer me? A few seconds later, which felt like an hour, Dad finally answered me. Well, sweetie, I think we might have just blown a tire. I'm going to try to find a safe place to pull off the side of the road, here to check and see what's going on, Dad replied, sounding a little unsure. The loud noise and constant bumpiness continued to make me nervous. I watched out the front windshield from the back seat as our headlights guided us back down the gloomy black asphalt. The car coasted off to the side of the road, and I could feel us come to a halt. Click! I undid my seatbelt and began to peer out each window of the car. I stared with my eyes wide open into the night at complete blackness. You stay in the car, okay? There's not much to see out there, and it's dangerous on the side of the road like this. It's best if you just stay put. If it's a tire, this shouldn't take long, all right? Dad instructed. I just nodded my head because I was too afraid to go out there anyway. He grabbed a flashlight and went out the driver's side door. Slam! My heart jumped as he shut the door. I was sitting in the back seat trying to see my dad over the front seat. I could only make out the arch of his back through the headlights as he bent over the front tire. Then he was gone. I sat up higher and looked around. Dad, I whispered. My eyes were darting all around the car. Where'd he go? My heart began beating faster and faster. I could hear noises like bumping and rustling, and I could feel the car shaking a bit. Creak! The driver's side door opened, and I jumped a mile high. Whoa, sweetie, it's just me. The tire is changed. Let's get back on the road, said Dad. Yeah, I've just been waiting here for you, I said with a shaky voice and a grin. So that is a story about this character. We don't know the character's name, but they went on a road trip and they used a lot of interesting wording to get our attention. Now, in narrative writing, people use leads to get the readers hooked, to make you interested and bring you inside the reading. The lead begins the story and is sometimes throughout the story to keep the reader's attention. Now, to start the story with a lead, authors use things like sounds. We call these onomatopoeias. Pop, grin, splash, meow, tic-tac, to kind of help the reader understand what it was like in that author's situation. They might also ask questions. Have you ever wondered what a giraffe's tongue feels like? After my trip to the zoo, I will never have to wonder again. To get the reader's attention, action! I ran to my room and slammed the door just as the tears came to my eyes. If you read something like that, it makes you want to keep reading. That is what a lead is. Or dialogue. We'll look more at this in following lessons. Stay close to your chaperone, Mrs. Anderson called after us. So that is what a character in the story would say. Please fill out this part on your class kick, and then you will be complete for writing for today. When you are completing these sections, you might also add additional examples. So maybe you'd add something like screech to sound, or a different question, dialogue, or action.